Hi, my name is Kari Bunn. When I was, I think, 12 or 13, I read Carrie for the first time. Because my name is Kari, people have most of my life called me Carrie. I actually used to wish that I had a different name when I was younger so it would, be more common. Um, in 1994, I was sent to a reform school or emotional growth boarding school called CEDU. Um, I also read Carrie while I was at CEDU. Uh, my entire life, I have been trying to explain a story that has been untellable because it involves the cult of Synanon, Est, which was also LifeSpring, Landmark, uh, Scientology, basically. There's an entire set of schools that are called the Troubled Teen Industry, and you've been writing about us our entire lives. I've read every one of your books twice, except for Holly and the most recent one, uh, the fairy tale. I haven't read Holly and I haven't read fairy tale. Holly Gibney is my favorite character of yours. I love Holly Gibney. Um, I have read every single one of your books twice. Um, I've watched Stranger Things so many times, over and over and over again. When the last season of Stranger Things came out, the first episode, there was a Kate Bush song. And I was texting my boyfriend, oh my God, Kate Bush is going to have an American career because of Stranger Things. I'm a musician because I had a nanny that raised me on Kate Bush. She used to make me watch all of her music videos every day when I was like 7 until I got sent away to this reform school. I didn't realize why I was so obsessed with your work. I even had my first band was called The Living Dark. After you talking about Firestarter, when the main character was in a government compound being controlled, and he said that, like, he was being paranoid and looking around the room, and it was like the living dark when he was seeing like eyes that weren't there or whatever. And I had a band called The Living Dark, named after that. Um, I have been working for 2 years on a documentary about the troubled teen industry. Specifically, my school is called CEDU. And I am only now realizing that, there was, the rumor that maybe that like this is the offshoot of MKULTRA. And because we went through it, we can't really even read the files about it, the report from 1976, because it's like reading our own code. Um, I'm just looking at Stranger Things just being on my screen because it's so I didn't realize the connection as a mega fan of Stephen King. I did not realize the connection that you've been writing about us your entire career. Since Carrie, you've been writing about us. Um the entire Stranger Things is about us. And I didn't realize it. Like I never looked up like what is the inspiration for 11 on Stranger Things. What is the inspiration for the Institute? When I read the Institute, I was like, I texted my boyfriend. I was like, Ben, I don't know if I can read this book. Um, it sounds like CEDU to me. And he's like, well, it's nothing like it. It's about, something totally different. This is fiction. If you can, maybe you should read it. Maybe it'll help you get over it. Because in the end of the Institute, and it was very hard for me to read. It like took a lot for me to read it. Then when the main character got away from that school and like he escaped and he had to go back, I think I just read the end of that. I read it like I couldn't stop reading it because when they broke that school with their minds and they destroyed it, I haven't had complex post-traumatic stress disorder nightmares since you gave me that. Um, since you gave me something in my brain to go to, I haven't had nightmares where I'm still, as an adult, stuck back at that school because we all know that we have complex post-traumatic stress disorder because we had the same nightmares that Vietnam veterans have, or people that were prisoners of war, were the same in our brains. And you changed that for me. I don't dream about being there anymore. Um, I know that there's a new season of Stranger Things that's like coming out. And I know that, life is crazy. I just wanted to say that, like, this is a message for the Duffer brothers, and this is a message for Stephen King. I know that there's a lot of fiction that's about MKUltra, and the survivor community of the troubled teen industry is now realizing that you guys have been, I have just realized you guys have been talking about us for a very, very long time. I'm sorry, I did not mean to get emotional whatsoever. But I'm trying to make a documentary about this, and it cannot be a handful of bad experiences on film. I cannot show child abuse in a movie and expect people to watch it. So I'm trying to do something different, and the only way that I can think of is to ask the greatest living author alive, who I'm a huge mega fan of, to ask you for help. My name is Kari Bun. When I end videos, I say, I see you, survivor. And also, I see you, survivor. Stephen King, please find me. The Duffer Brothers, please find me. If you, can help tell this story. If you can help the troubled teen industry survivors tell the story of how MKUltra founded an entire set of schools that are still running in America right now, please find me.